Merlin, how you going?
Yeah, good, Pato. How are you, mate?
Yeah, really good. Thanks for coming on, man. You're busy at the moment.
Yeah, no, yeah. I had to well, yeah, thanks for inviting me. Yeah, it took a little bit of time to get be in the right location sort of thing, but I've got tonight free, so
Yeah,
thought I'd come
awesome.
have a chat.
Yeah, and so you're not sleeping beside the road tonight?
Nah, I'm living in luxury actually tonight. I've splashed out and got like a full on apartment right in the middle of Brisbane, so
Nice.
know myself.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. So Merlin, well, I mean, how long have you been running for? How did the running journey begin?
Yeah, I've always ran. So I did a lot of running in high school, like your cross country, athletics, just 3K, 1500, 800 meter kind of thing. I was pretty keen on that. And then after school, I sort of on and off would run a little bit. I did the Melbourne Marathon, I think just before I left school.
Yeah,
Uh, that was kind of a spur of the moment thing, just no training. Well, I mean, I'd done training, but nothing proper.
yeah.
Just sign up for it and have a go. Um, and it wasn't probably till 2 years ago I really got into it. Yeah, I don't know. I Before that I only really thought a marathon was like the longest distance you could do. I had no idea there was 100Ks, backyard ultras. Didn't even know they were even a thing, sort of thing. And then yeah, I think my first ultra race would have been down at Wilson's Prom,
Right.
55K. Um, yeah, sort of loop course just around the national park, which was pretty cool. But yeah, again, well undertrained. Had no idea what food and drink to take. Just had like water. I think maybe like a one muesli bar kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just sort of progressively got longer and longer from there.
Mm.
Yeah, 50K turned into. Actually, no, it went from 50K and then I stumbled across the backyard ultra. I think.
Yeah, so that would have been Wild Dog last year, and I
Yeah,
reckon everyone who was there would remember your performance in that race because it was stuff of legend. Like people still talk about it. Like, so what are your memories of that race?
yeah. Well, yeah. I still can't actually believe it even happened, to be honest. But I remember just. I think I can't really remember how I even stumbled across it. I think I saw um, must have been a video on YouTube. I think it might have been that Nick Bear bloke. I think,
Oh yeah,
yeah, he did a race over in America called like the last one standing or something. I was like, what the hell is this? And then, yeah, watched that and thought, oh, that'd be pretty cool. Like, see how far you can go. And yeah, and I got on the calendar or whatever it is, the running calendar.
yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, Lardner Park Backyard Ultra was coming up. I'm like, oh, only maybe 40 minutes down the road from where I live.
yeah,
Um, yeah, signed up and then yeah, pretty much just entered it with the goal just to see how far I could go. And
yeah.
I remember thinking 24 hours would be like pretty cool to run that the whole day. And then, yeah, got there and then just sort of did one lap at a time. And then it was, like coming in at, 5 minutes to spare or whatever it was. Um, but yeah, no, it was, such a cool event. Like all the people you meet down there. I mean, Lardner Park's sort of, I used to do a lot of cross country down there as well.
Yeah.
So I'd seen a fair bit of it, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, it was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, I reckon, in my life. Like I remember pretty early on being pretty stuffed. Like wasn't really eating anything, so I had no idea what to eat. Wasn't really drinking much either. Um, yeah, I mean, and after this year, like what happened this year, I still can't believe I made the 30 hours, to be honest. I haven't been able to get close since then.
Yeah, cool. Well, I remember every yard between, it must have been between yards like 25 and 30. You were so far back. And every time I looked back and saw you, and I thought, there's no way you're going to make it. But you kept making it back with like a minute to go. And you kept on going straight back into the corral and going out again.
Well, the funny thing was, for about 90% of the lap, I was like, nah, that's me done. I'm not even going to, I won't make, or maybe I'll make it back when I'm not doing another one.
Yeah.
And and then, of course, you'd get back and everyone's cheering, which was, yeah, awesome. And then you're like, oh, yeah, I can go for another one. And then, again, 90% of the lap, nah, not going to do it. And then I don't even remember getting to the top of the hill, which is the second hill, that halfway mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been lap 28 or 29, I reckon.
Yeah.
And Gabe, who I didn't know at the time, was up on the top of the hill. And each lap he'd be like, he's like, oh no, you got to keep going. And then I think that lap I hit it. I think I got the halfway point about 35, 36 minutes. I'm like, nah, I'm done. I'm cooked. No way I'm going to be able to make the second half quick enough. And yeah, he's like, oh, you do realize like 200K is coming up? I'm like, oh, really? In my head, sort of worked out that 200K was getting close, but I thought it was maybe 2 or 3 laps. And being 35 minutes down at halfway, I was like, nah. But then after he said that, I don't know, my legs just came back to life. I ran down the hill, ran down that straight bit, heaps of people were cheering, and then, yeah, somehow got back probably like a minute or 2 minutes to spare. I don't know how it happened, but yeah, no, it was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it was off its head. You were the main show for like 4 or 5 hours. Everyone just wanted to watch you.
Yeah, I mean, the support, if it wasn't for all the people supporting, I reckon I would have probably, yeah, throw in the towel maybe at 25, 26, I reckon. I was pretty much done, but yeah, and then on lap 30, there's a couple other people that dropped out. I was like, nah, 200K. That'll do me. But I mean, it's a classic one. Like, if I think back, if I had gone out for the next one, who knows? Probably would have just about got it done. But no, I was pretty happy with it. Very
Yeah.
happy with it.
So you've run a couple more. Like after you did that 30 yards, like did you think that like you'd run a PB every time? Like after, like is that what you thought? Like
Yeah. I reckon I got, and I've heard you say it before. You go to your next one thinking you're maybe better than you are,
yeah.
and I was like, or even expecting that it would be somewhat easy because you've done like I was like, oh, so I've done 30, so I'm thinking, should be able to get to 24 like easier than last time, and at Shepparton as well. So the second one was, and then everyone was saying, oh, it's dead flat, like you'll be able to do it easy. Yeah, it didn't happen. I reckon the first 12 hours was pretty good. I think hit would it be 100K or not quite 100K? Maybe the first 15 hours. But the first 100K was all right. And then, I don't know what it was, maybe the concrete, but my legs just, yeah, they were destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking Matty Doobs on one of the laps, he's like, oh, how you going? I'm like, nah, I'm cooked. Like, my legs were just, everything else was going all right, but I think the concrete just, yeah, destroyed my legs. Ended up pushing it out to 24, but yeah, I went into that race thinking maybe I'd be able to get, I think I went in with a goal of trying to get like 48 and beyond, but
Yeah.
wasn't meant to be.
Well, like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, Shepparton's a nice flat course, but I reckon every course has something about them that's hard. And the hard thing about Shepparton is that hard course.
And being all flat, like you got that one hill.
Yeah.
I actually reckon I prefer, I mean, Wild Dog's probably a little bit too hilly, maybe, but just that going up and down, definitely you use different muscles, I suppose. Seemed to be easier, Wild Dog. I don't know. Maybe it was my first one. Ignorance is
Yeah.
bliss.
Well, so many people ran well that year at Wild Dog, and it was a bit
But,
different this year. And like, I mean, everyone was excited to see you back at Wild Dog this year, but I hear you had some pretty bad stomach issues this year.
Yeah, that was yeah. Again, did not go. I went into that one thinking, yeah, really wanted to get 48, and I generally thought I'd have a good chance of doing it. Like if there was people go, and I saw there was plenty of people that were, I can't remember his name. What's the bloke? The one Barry
Oh, Barry
King. Yeah,
Kane. Yeah.
yeah. I saw he was there, and then obviously you were there. There was plenty of people. I thought, oh yeah, it would probably go on for a fair while. But yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, it was like lap 6. I reckon I started just sort of yeah, guts weren't 100%. I'm like, okay, this is all right. Just tried eating different foods, that sort of thing. Wasn't too worried, and then yeah, just progressively got worse and worse as the laps went on.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I think I was sick beforehand. Um, like maybe 2 weeks out, I got sick, and then was probably still maybe getting over that. I don't know, but um, yeah, I was pretty disappointed with the result of that one. Definitely keen to go back probably next year, to be fair, and yeah, redeem myself.
Yeah. Because you were in some pretty good form too. I had a look and you actually like won that 100K Southern Rail Trail race and you did it like in under 9 hours. So
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
yeah.
that blew me away as well. That was kind of like for Wild Dog. It was like the first time I even sort of tried to put like a training plan, you could kind of call it, together. I think maybe 16 weeks or something, and I think that 100K race was at about 10 or 12 weeks in. And
Mm.
I was like, oh, that'd be a good tester, to see where I'm at. And then yeah, had a yeah really good race there. Everything seemed to go right on that one, and yeah, I was pretty happy with the time as well. Like it was yeah pretty quick. Yeah, so I went into Wild Dog thinking, oh yeah, we should be good, but and I have a brother crewing me as well. Like I didn't have a crew last time,
Right.
and he was yeah pumped for it to go like long, and yeah, I remember that the 14th lap went out, and I generally like couldn't actually make it back in time.
Yeah.
It was the fifth, maybe the 15th lap. Like I actually the guts got yeah that bad I couldn't even run.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think if it was a flat course, maybe I would have been able to, but because of the hills,
Yeah.
hard to walk quick. But
Mm.
yeah, not a good one. And you didn't. You had a. Did you have? I think there was a few people that had issues like that
Yeah,
race.
there was just something about it this year. It just felt so much harder than last year. And I think I did 19, but I was definitely not 100% going. I had a really bad cough.
Yeah,
And coupled with that cold weather and the misty air, it just got worse. And I was pretty much coughing every third step. I'd be coughing.
really. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It was pretty cold. Like I dropped out. I think it was midnight or something. But I remember it got really cold in
yeah.
the hours of the morning, like freezing.
Oh yeah, there was
Yeah,
ice everywhere.
yeah.
It was Ice City.
I said yes. You're not wrong.
Okay.
The brutal. Yeah, good course spin. Dead of winter. Um, pretty much the shortest day as well.
Yeah,
Hilly. That's what makes it so good, I suppose. It's been yeah, pretty
yeah,
hard.
yeah. That's it. So this run that you're doing at the moment, running the length of Australia. So where did the inspiration come from?
Yeah, well, probably come from a fair few places. I saw the likes of Ned Brockman do the what was it Perth to Sydney run, and then recently some other bloke did that, and he William Googe or something, and he did it yeah super quick. So yeah, followed those two quite closely, and then stumbled across some English bloke that ran across the length of Africa.
Oh yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
hardest geezer.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't watched all of it, but watched a fair bit of that on YouTube.
yeah,
Uh, Definitely very entertaining if anyone wants to check it out. Yeah, and then I remember just thinking, damn, that'd be pretty cool. And then yeah, I think the idea just kind of popped into my head one day. Oh, it might have been when I was down at Wilson's Prom. I went down to Wilson's Prom for a hike, I think, or maybe a run, and went to the southernmost point. I
Right.
remember sign thinking, oh, this would be, yeah, I remember the thought going from there was like, oh, this would be pretty cool. You could, I've never been to the tip, like the northernmost point. I've been up, I think, as far as Cooktown before. And yeah, I was down at the prom, saw the sign, just, I don't know, the idea kind of popped in my head. And then from then, couldn't really get it out of my head.
Right.
I think it was probably at Wild Dog, I reckon. I hadn't locked it in,
Yeah.
but after that, especially because it didn't go too well, it ended up being quite good because I didn't run that far. I was able to pretty much get straight back into training,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think not long after Wild Dog, I was like, I'm just going to book the flights, and then kind of let everything fall into place.
Yeah. So how much planning we went into it, like prior to starting?
Uh, yeah, not much planning at all. So I think I probably booked the flights maybe 50 days
Oh, okay.
before it started, and
Yeah.
then it was kind of a bit of a mad kind of scramble to try and get all the pieces organized, kind of thing,
Mm.
which was kind of good because it didn't really give me enough time to think about it too much, like what could go wrong or think about all this. I had a few people. I didn't tell many people either, which I reckon was not a bad idea because the people that I did tell, like they'd bring up something like, "Oh, what about the crocodiles? What about the snakes or stuff like that?" And I'm like, "Oh, didn't even think of that." But
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
well, I was going to say, like most of the time when people do these huge runs like you're doing, like they make sure they tell as many people they know before they start. But it's like like one moment I just look on Instagram and you're touching the water on the northern tip, and I thought, what the hell?
yeah, no, that was. I kind of wanted to do it like that. Just I thought um, I told obviously, yeah, like close. I didn't. I literally just told. Would have only been really like close family members, I reckon. I don't even reckon I told any of my friends. And I thought, yeah, in my head, I was like, yeah, as soon as I get up there, first video will be I'm up here and I'm just going to announce it, kind of thing, and then see what everyone thinks. Although I did crazy, couldn't believe it. I got off the plane at Cairns and I'm walking out into like the lobby area, and I hear someone shout my name. What the hell? um, you probably know they were at Wild Dog, Najiska and Jack.
Oh yeah, Maze. Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but they were there. They were flying back to Melbourne. Um, they'd just been up there on holiday, I think. And yeah, so I told them. Obviously, couldn't keep it a secret from them. Uh, and then, but yeah, other than that, I don't reckon I told anyone. Um, and I remember, yeah, when I posted that video, I had a few people message like, "What the hell?"
Um, so
Yeah,
like you're traveling with this thing on wheels like that you use to carry your supplies and stuff like that. How did you decide on that? Did you do much research into what to use?
yeah. Actually, I did a little bit of research. I think I stumbled across someone that had recently ran around America. I think or maybe not around he'd run like through every state, and he had a similar kind of thing. It was like I think it's designed for a dog. Maybe you
Oh
put the dog in the back and then you run with
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Uh, so I looked up that, and you could buy that, but it was only in America, and it was about I think it was about 2 grand. So I was like, nah, that isn't an option. And then yeah, thought of a few things. I thought maybe like a pushchair kind of thing, like a baby stroller or whatever.
oh yeah, yeah.
One of those big wheels. Um, yeah, thought about that for a while, but I thought, I sort of want to be able to run with my hands free and not have my hands on the handle kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, getting on Facebook Marketplace, and I found this. I think it is designed for the back of your bike. Like maybe you put your kid in there or your dog or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, found that, and I saw it. I was like, no, I'm just gonna get it, and just hope it works, sort of thing. Yeah, so went and picked that up, and then yeah, found this harness on eBay. Uh, I think that was a European company or something that make yeah, it's like a runner, hands-free jogger or something. But yeah, I think the idea again is you have it around your waist, and then you run. You put your kid in the back or the dog, take them ride, kind of thing. Yeah, so I brought that, and that was because it was coming from Europe. I think it gave me like the estimated time for it to arrive, and it was pretty touch and go. Like I think it arrived maybe a week before, or maybe two, if that.
Right. Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, when it arrived, yeah, me and Dad had to try and work out a way to attach the two together, and it's pretty much just held together by cable ties and what are they called? Hose clamps. We just sort of hose clamped it onto the bottom. And to be fair, it's held up pretty good so far. I've got a bit of duct tape on it in places, a few more cable ties. I've had a heap of flat tires, but yeah, other than that, it's been pretty good. Yeah, I've got lucky because I reckon if it had been really uncomfortable to run with, it would have been, yeah, pretty horrible. Might have it along the way.
So what's the name of the place where you started the run from, the where you put your hand in the water? What was the name of that place?
Yeah, so it's called Cape York Peninsula, I think. So it's, or I think they call it the tip. It's like the very, very top. It's not really a place as such. It's just literally just the top of Australia, essentially. Yeah, there's like a little campground, maybe 15K away. Um, Punsand Bay, I think it's called. Stayed there the night, and then um, just sort of backpacked it into the tip, touched the water, and then yeah, ran back to the campsite, picked up my trailer, and then yeah, off we went.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
So,
Yeah, right now.
so like you're about to start, you filmed yourself touching the water, and that's a thing, is it? For people doing this, you got to touch the water. Is that part of it?
I, it's a good question. I don't. I think it might be because I reckon I'm pretty sure William Googe did it down at Perth. I reckon I saw him do that. I've definitely seen it somewhere. I'm pretty sure the hardest skis also did it. I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he touched the water in Africa, and then when he finished, he touched the water. So I'll be looking for the water when I get down to the bottom of Victoria, and then the bottom of Tassie after that. I
Yeah.
reckon. Might
Yeah.
even swim.
It might even what, sorry?
Might even have to go for a swim.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because you mentioned you were looking around, like, and you mentioned you had to be careful you didn't get taken by a croc.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I did. I remember. Yeah, I do remember that. There was. I mean, there's always up there. There's signs everywhere saying "Be careful for crocs." I only saw. I think on the whole time I was up there maybe two, just
Oh,
in
yeah.
river. But yeah, I was. I made like there was no way I was going in for a swim. Quick little touch, and then yeah, get out of there.
Yeah, yeah.
Want to
Because
get before I
you what? Sorry.
didn't want to get eaten before I started.
Yeah. So yeah, you mentioned like you might have told a couple of people and they said, "Oh, be careful of crocs." So like, how careful have you got to like? How careful have you had to have been of crocs?
Not as careful as you think. I don't reckon. Like most people told me, and I would agree that as long as you're not in the water, you're pretty good. Like the first couple of nights, because I've got a hammock that I sleep in, and I'm just yeah on the side of the road, not too far from probably rivers and the sea where they live. And I was kind of thinking, gee, I'm like prime for the taking here, just a hanging bit of meat essentially, swinging in between two trees. But yeah, didn't see any, and I think I've heard they're pretty lazy. Like if they don't think they're going to be able to get you, they don't go for you. Even
Right.
see ya. So if you're in the water with them, yeah, I think it's game over. But on land, yeah, I wasn't too worried, to be fair. The first couple of nights, a little bit, but um, yeah, and I didn't really see any either. So if I had seen more, maybe I would have been. It was the same as snakes. I was kind of thinking I'd see a heap of them, but I reckon I've seen maybe two.
Okay.
A lot of dead ones, though. There's so
Yeah.
many ones on the side of the road,
Right. Yeah.
and they must get run over, I presume. But
Yeah. So have you seen any any weird animals that like you wouldn't have expected to see?
yes, yeah, the first might have been the first day, I reckon. I just got off the plane
Yeah.
at Bamaga, which is the tiniest airport known to man, I reckon. There's it was like a little shed, one person working there, I reckon. I'm just in the car park assembling my trailer together, and then I'm running out towards like the first town, and saw a couple of like those big wild pigs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're probably not big for people that live up here standards, but for me, I was like, holy crap, that's a big pig. And again, like, gee, I'm gonna be sleeping around these big pigs are just running around. Hopefully, they're not aggressive, but yeah. And then, what else did I see? A fair few wild horses just
Oh yeah.
roam on the just on the road, just yeah, wandering around. Wasn't expecting to see them either, to be fair. And it was only really right at the top that I saw them. Not
Right.
so they came down south, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So what's the roughest night you've had so far?
Oh, there's been a few.
Yeah.
There's been a few. Um, the first one was probably it was like maybe day 30 or something. I was leaving Cairns. Well, originally I was planning to spend the night in Cairns, but just set my hammock up somewhere. Um, yeah, yeah. Looking back, it was a pretty dumb idea. Like trying to set it up. I was trying to set it up pretty much like right down by the beach, like literally in the middle of the city.
Right.
Like it was a great spot. There was palm trees everywhere. I was like, oh, this is brilliant. But yeah, was about to set it up, and then security came up. They're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, nothing. Just I can't remember what I said, but anyway, I was like, okay, so I'm not going to stay the night here. So I started heading out of town, and there was just nothing, nowhere, no trees, no nothing. So I think I ended up just walking throughout the whole night, and then oh, that's right. Then it started raining at about 3 o'clock in the morning. I reckon it was. It started raining. I'm like, oh man, it's done worse. So I just sheltered under a bridge,
Right.
set the house up between two of like um the supports of the bridge, like the big concrete pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was two of them. Yeah, set the hammock up, slept for maybe 2 hours, and then the sun came up and kept going. But that was pretty bad. And then there was another one that was between where was it? It was between probably Mackay and Rockhampton. I was doing this challenge to try and run from uh was it Townsville to Rockhampton in 10 days, which worked out as about 71K a day, I think. And then so I was doing big days, and there was one day it was a really long day, and then so it was getting dark. I could see there was some storms coming in, like either side of me, but nothing where I was. I was like, oh, this is good. They're hopefully going to miss me. And then, I was probably still had maybe like 15, 20K to go, and it just started, chucking it. Was the word I used on the video and that one. Yeah, it was, I got drenched. Since then, I've brought another tarp to tarp over my trailer to try and keep everything in there dry. I do have a dry bag, which I had all my clothes and my hammock and that in, so that stayed dry. But everything else in the hammock drenched. I was drenched. Luckily, it was still warm, still about 30 degrees, so not the end of the world. But Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
They're probably the worst nights. There was a couple. Yeah, there was one where the first night it rained. Um, I went to bed not thinking it was going to rain because it hadn't rained up until that point. Didn't bother setting up the tarp. Um, yeah, got woken up at probably about midnight. Hammock just drenched. I'm like, what's going on? It's raining. And then yeah, was fumbling around trying to put the tarp up in the
Yeah.
middle of it. That might have been like day 5 or 6. It was pretty early on, so
Yeah.
learned from that and yeah, put the tarp up even if it's not meant to rain, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was going to ask you about what's the roughest day, but there was one day that you posted on Instagram that looked brutal because you had to walk up and down, I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know how many hills, but they were really, really long and really, really
yeah,
steep.
yes, yeah. That was when I was on the Bloomfield track, which is like a four-wheel drive track that goes from through the Daintree, goes from like a bit south of Cooktown, and then yeah, comes out in the Daintree. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the
A little.
northern,
I'm
but
all
it comes
right.
out in the Daintree, and it's probably only about 30k long, but holy, I wish I was doing Strava at that time because I don't even know how much elevation I would have covered, but yeah, it was like you get those signs that say the percentage of the how steep the hill is.
Mm.
Um, I think the worst one was about like 32 or something, which I don't know. In my head, it looks like it's more than 32. It's about
Well,
90 degrees kind of thing.
yeah.
But yeah, it was almost harder going down because I didn't have that much tread left on my shoes,
Mm.
and like a little bit of it was gravel. So you're sort of going down. I'm clinging onto my trailer, thinking, thinking if I drop this trailer, it's going down the hill, probably going to be shattered into a million pieces, maybe hit a car. Uh,
Uh,
but yeah, luckily, and I think if they hadn't have done this, they must have concreted a lot of it. Maybe I don't know how long ago, but a lot of the steep hills are concreted, and they're kind of concreted in a way that it's almost like little steps. It's sort of like ridges,
mm.
which kind of slows you down, and you can get a bit more grip. Yeah, coming up and down them because it was. Yeah, I'm not joking. It was yeah, seriously steep, almost vertical in places.
Yeah, yeah. And it just didn't stop.
No, no, well, that was the funny thing. Like, I got told there was two big hills, and I'm pretty sure I went over two big hills, get down the bottom, and there was some road workers working on the road. And I'm like to them, oh, that's it, right? That's all for the hills. Like we're good. And they maybe either they didn't understand what I was saying, or they were just pranking me or something. But they said, yeah, oh, yeah, no, you're good. Dead flat from here. And then I get about 5k up the road. There's another one, probably the worst one of all of them. Yeah, almost killed me when I saw the sign. Like you get these big signs as well saying steep road ahead, put 4-wheel drive on, that kind of thing. Like, yeah, and I'm thinking, oh man. Luckily, it was early on in the trip. So I reckon if I had done that now or a couple of weeks ago when I was, um, yeah, a bit injured, I don't reckon I would have been able to get up them. But luckily, the legs were still a little bit fresh. But
Yeah.
they were
Yeah. I
pretty
mean,
sore the day after. That's for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. So you mentioned Strava. Like, is it right that you didn't even you didn't set up a Strava account till you were 39 days into the journey?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, even then, I wasn't going to, but uh, I'd had a few people saying, "Oh, you should really set up Strava." And then it was when I was going to attempt to do like 71k for 10 days in a row. I'm like, okay, yeah, that probably be quite good to record it. And then as soon as I did it day one, I didn't realize Strava did this, but how you see it on the map, I'm like, oh man, I should have done from the top because now, yeah,
Yeah.
essentially like I just started in Townsville. But there was a couple of people that commented like, no, you're gonna have to go back up and run.
Yeah,
I might have to
yeah.
fly back up there and do the first bit again.
Yeah. Yeah. At least you'll be able to. figure out what the elevation was over those hills. But
Yeah,
why didn't why didn't you set up a Strava account before you started?
I don't know. I generally don't know. Like it was stupid, really. Like it's I think in my head I thought you had to pay for it. Maybe I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you had to pay for it, and then I thought it'd be just too much hassle. I thought you'd almost have to have which you do. Do you have to have mobile reception for it? Because to be fair, I wouldn't have had much
Um,
reception when I was up.
oh, to upload everything you do, but I think it records as long as you've got satellite GPS, it will still record the map.
Oh, okay. And
And
then
then,
upload when you get to maybe.
yeah, that's it.
Damn. Yeah, no, I must say I've gotten over it now, but a few days after, I'm like, oh, why get it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't get it. I don't know. But I've got it now. Yeah, from about day 39 or something.
Yeah, yeah, it was 30.
Probably already did probably about 1,500K by that point, but I got it all on my watch. It's all on my Garmin
Oh,
watch. So
okay. Yeah,
I
yeah,
on my Garmin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a Gammon, but I understand they've got like a program a bit like Strava too, right?
Yeah, I think I haven't really looked into it what it does too much, but it does record it and I've got an app on my phone. I think I probably could go back and
Yeah. You actually might be able to move it over to Strava.
yeah, maybe actually. Maybe I should look at that.
Yeah, just Google it. It will come up straight
Hmm.
away. Yeah. So going by what you've been posting on Instagram, like you travel a lot without a top on, so you must be getting through a fair bit of sunscreen.
No, actually, I only have the I usually have my top off, yeah, in the early hours of the morning, and then by about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, usually put the singlet on,
Oh, okay.
and then when it gets to about 11 o'clock, chuck the long sleeve on,
Right.
long sleeve pants. Yeah, so I only really put sunscreen on my face and my neck
Hmm.
because I got these little gloves that go over, like fingerless gloves that just cover the back of your hand, which
Yeah.
I'm glad I brought them. Otherwise, my hands would be destroyed. But yeah, I do find it was so hot back up there. Like you'd wake up and it's probably maybe 25, 30 degrees by about 7 o'clock. So where I could just, take the shirt off and run without it.
Yeah. So, so you didn't do a great job with Strava, considering you missed the first 39 days, but you've done an awesome job with sharing your journey through Instagram. Like it's bloody unreal. So I don't watch it every day, but when I've got half an hour up my sleeve, I'll just sit on the couch and catch up on
Oh,
your
really?
account. Yeah,
That's
it's really
yeah.
I bloody love it. So
No,
was that the plan all along to like do these like Instagram videos?
yeah, before I set out, I thought one, it'd be a good way for me to sort of go back in the future and look back at it, remember it. And then I also thought it'd be kind of cool to, put it out there and see if people want to follow along kind of thing. It's been good because, everyone at home can just look at the video, see what I'm doing, and I don't have to like ring them every day and tell them where I've been or whatever. They kind of get, updated each day. And I've actually, really enjoyed making the videos. It's been I thought it'd be harder. Well, not harder, but I wasn't sure how I'd go like film myself with the camera, but seemed to find it more normal than I thought it would be. But yeah, it's been good fun.
You're a natural. You're a natural. So I think it was recently you posted about going through a lot of salt. So like how
Oh
much so what's the story there? Like is that just to keep your electrolytes up?
yeah, so I've learned a bit from doing backyard ultras that salt and electrolytes is definitely a thing you want to replace. And I find because I'm sweating so much, lose that much salt.
Yeah.
Uh, and I found I'd never seen them before, but in the supermarket you can get they're probably 300, 500 grams of like salt flakes.
Yeah.
And they sort of dissolve in your mouth. So I reckon I've probably gone through. I think I'm on my fourth tub now,
Wow.
So I've gone through 3 tubs of, I reckon they're maybe 500 grams each. Yeah, so I'll just pull over for a break, have a drink and a bite to eat or whatever, and yeah, grab a few pinches of salt, wash that down, and it must be working because I don't really cramp. Well, not too much, and yeah, there's not really been many days where I've been like feeling really dehydrated either. So I think without the salt, I would be, yeah, it would have been a lot harder, I think.
Yeah. So, like you mentioned, you're learning about salt and stuff in backyard ultras, but has your experience running in backyard ultras helped how you like structure each day?
Yeah, I think so. I'd probably going at a similar pace to what I would in a backyard ultra, I reckon. Like I reckon, yeah, on a good day I'm probably doing about the 6.77K per hour, maybe even a bit less. Like I do a lot of walking.
Mm. It would
And
have it would have been less when you went over all those hills.
oh, gee, I was probably doing maybe 2 or 3K an hour.
Yeah.
That's brutal. Yeah, no, I reckon backyard, yeah, for sure. Backyard ultras definitely help with that because yeah, like a lot of the time I'll run a bit, walk a bit. I usually walk up most of the hills. There's just no point wasting energy. I don't reckon trying to pull the trailer up the hill
Yeah.
whilst you're running, sort of thing. And then run the downhills if they're not too steep. And then the flats just sort of. If I'm feeling good, just keep running. But equally, there's plenty of times where I'm just walking. And I find when I'm eating, I sometimes I stop, but sometimes when you're just on the highway, there's not really anywhere good to stop. I just grab something and just eat on the go, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So kind of looking forward to doing the next backyard ultra and see. I'm hoping, I'm hoping my legs will definitely be
Oh, mate.
stronger than they were last time
Yeah.
I did.
You'll be backyard ready next one you do.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah,
be
be good
ready.
training for it.
I reckon. I reckon it would be
I
awesome.
hope. So, yeah.
So it's obvious, like it sounds like you've met some really awesome people so far, like giving you food and stuff. Like, did you be expecting that?
No, 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 no. That was one thing I did before I left. Tried to plan as like best I could. I looked on the map, worked out how long each stretch would be between. They call them roadhouses up there. They're essentially like a petrol station. But so I was like working out. I think the longest stretch was about 120K. So I'm thinking, right, I need to be able to carry at least 2 days of food there, and then enough water, kind of thing. But as it turned out, through those long sections, there was days where I literally didn't eat anything that I had already brought. It was just all stuff that people had stopped, and I was getting cans of Coke, Powerade, anything like bags of chips, biscuits, muesli bars, fruit.
How good's that?
The amount of beers I was getting given, like it was getting bad because obviously it's so hot, and you get offered a beer. It's like, oh yeah, beautiful. I drink it, and then 5K down the road, it's still 35 degrees or whatever,
Yeah.
and you haven't got any more beers, so you're dehydrated. Um, I learned my lesson that if it wasn't near the end of the day, decline the alcohol because that was not a good move.
Yeah. And you bumped into Tammy Wickham that you met at Wild Dog.
Yes,
That must have been fun.
that was really, and it was out of the well, it was kind of out of the blue as well because I think the day before, or she'd been messaging me a bit as I was getting closer to Bundaberg. Um, I think the day before she messaged like, "Oh, are you going to go into Bundaberg? Would be cool to meet up," sort of thing. And I was like, At that point, I was just set on getting to the coast as quick as I could because
Yeah.
I was kind of sick of the Bruce Highway at that point. And I think Bundaberg would have been about an extra 50K. So I was like, nah. Well, actually, I was like, oh, it would be kind of cool. But and then the day after, or it might have even been that day, I'm running down the road and then I hear there's a car coming in front of me, and they wind down the window and they shout out, I think my name. I think I'm like looking around like, who's that? And I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's Tammy. And then sure enough, pulls up behind me. Had a bit of a chat, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah,
And
wild dog, and then
yeah.
all the way up here. Yeah,
Um,
wild.
so it sounds like you've met heaps of awesome people, but what about the other end of the scale? Like, have you come across some people who just give off like a really scary vibe, and you just think to yourself, I've got to get away from this person as quickly as I possibly can?
It hasn't been too bad, but there has been times
Yeah,
where you just get the feel like you don't want to be standing next to this person for too long. I'm trying to think. There's been a few towns like that as well that I've passed through, and you just sort of get that feeling like, righto, we're going to get what we need in here and get out. Um, no one's really that I can think of approached me that's been dodgy, but I've seen, plenty of pirates. I think I referred to them in one of the videos. There was some, pretty wild people around, but most of them are pretty good, to be fair.
yeah,
Uh, I'm trying to think if there was any. There probably was, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. Nothing crazy enough to
yeah,
stand out. But sometimes when I'm camped out in a place where there could be, maybe people around, I'm sort of a little bit more on edge maybe than when I'm just completely in the middle of nowhere. But um, to be fair, if it was me and I saw someone in the bushes in a hammock, there's no way I'd go up and approach them. So I think everyone else is maybe scared of me, even though once they saw me, they'd probably be too scared. But
So when I was growing up, Merlin, and still to this day, I loved Queensland. I just love the people. I love the weather. I love the environment. So how's this journey so far shaped how you feel about Queensland?
no, I'm the same, Padawa. I, I could see myself living up in Queensland, I reckon.
Yeah,
The weather's, like you just got, it does rain a fair bit, like in the wet season or whatever, but every day is just, it's going to be warm. It's not like Melbourne where like one day it's 5 degrees, the next day 30 or whatever. Up here, it's consistent. And the people are pretty, I mean, everyone I've met's been, very nice. No complaints with the people either. So, and the environment's pretty cool as well. Like it's completely, you might as well be in a different country, I reckon, compared to down south. Especially up far north, like, completely different.
yeah,
Um, no, it's, very cool place.
yeah. Um, so I can imagine you would have found yourself in a few like hairy situations where you've had to keep your wits about you. So, like, have there been any times so far where you've been genuinely scared?
Yeah, there has. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think where. There's been a few times I can't think where on the top of my head, but you're going through a place at night, um, and you're still maybe looking for a place to stay, and you're going through a town at night, and it's like, yeah, a little bit. There's people around. You're like a little bit sketchy. And then I've been pretty good, but like some of the roads, like
Yeah,
I just have to sort of get into almost like a state where I'm just like locked in. I'm not even really thinking about. I just make sure I stay on my side of the line, and then don't even focus on what's going on next to me. Because there were sections on the Bruce Highway where some bits you got like a meter or 2 meters of shoulder or whatever, but other places you got nothing. You're like almost on the grass.
right.
And to be fair, 99% of people would go right around me or slow up. But there was a couple of times, I'm not going to lie, there's a couple of times people go past and you feel like the wind,
Hmm,
they must have been, probably, I
yeah,
don't know, 10 centimeters away kind of thing. But
man.
there's not many. And um, I'd say the worst part of the road was probably um, when you get to a bridge, because on a bridge it's really narrow, and then obviously because you've got a bridge,
Oh yeah.
water on both sides, you can't get off the road.
Yeah.
So you'd sort of pull up to a bridge, look behind you, look in front, and then if it's clear, just run.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, sometimes you get halfway across and then there's like two trucks coming
Oh,
and you're like, oh, and they have to brake and you can smell like the tires or whatever, just, yeah, smoking or whatever.
mm,
I just kind of put my hand up and go, oh, sorry, mate. But yeah, nothing I can do. I'm running as quick as I can.
yeah.
But yeah, um, it's annoying. Yeah, there probably has been, there definitely would have been hairy moments. I just can't think of any.
No, that's all right.
Yeah. Well,
No, that sounds pretty hairy to me. Like I know exactly the type of bridge you're talking about. I hate going over the bridges, like just because there's no space for a car, let alone a
true.
person.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's another problem. Yeah, when the cars pass each other, they're pretty much, yeah, almost touching each other. Yeah.
So how many days are you in right now?
I think today is, I'm pretty sure it's day 69, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's
And
almost, yeah, just over 2 months.
wow,
Yeah, it's gone pretty quick, I must say.
yeah. So like, have you before you started? Like, did you make a schedule and did you like? Are you on schedule?
No, I didn't make a schedule, but every time someone would ask me, like, when I reckon I'll be back or when I get it done, my answer would always be try and get to the bottom of Victoria either, yeah, probably by the end of the year, like before New Year's,
Okay.
knock
Wow.
over Tasmania next year kind of thing.
Yep.
And I think, well, I thought Brisbane was about halfway, but Brisbane's well and truly over halfway of mainland Australia. I think it's only, well, I say only, it'd be under 2,000 k, I think, back to the bottom of Vic. So, um, yeah, the plan moving forwards to aim for about 50k per day because I found that's kind of quite manageable. Well, it seems to be when you
Yeah.
got the whole day to. Yeah, so I'll probably aim for about 50k a day, which I think, yeah, would probably put me just before the end of the year getting back
Yeah.
the bottom of Victoria, which would be kind of cool. And I think the next bit of road is going to be the highway's a lot better. Like you have a lot of room, so I should be able to run. Hopefully, if I keep the body, don't get injured. Yeah, should be able to make some pretty good progress, I reckon.
Yeah. Awesome. And is there a special like? Do you know what route you're going to be taking between like from now till the end?
No, I sort of work it out like day by day, but I think a lot of it will be on. I think it's the Pacific Motorway or the Pacific Highway. I think is the main one that goes from here to Sydney. I'll probably go on that for most of it, and then where I can try and get off it to go to the coast, and then like run along the coast for a bit, and then get back on it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sort of just work it out. Kind of, I usually go to bed like in the evening, have a quick look at the map, work out, okay, that's where I'll try and get to, sort of thing, and then um, yeah, work out the route from there. But I think, yeah, it'll be probably stick to the coast where I can, and yeah, on the main highway. I think will probably be the
Yeah.
go for the from this next bit of the leg.
Sounds good. So people will want to know this, Merlin. What shoes are you wearing for this mission?
I wouldn't even know the name. Well, I started out in a pair of, I know them. They were like Salomon, like Aero Glides or something.
Yeah.
Aeroglide 2, I think they might have been, if you get real technical. And they were sort of a trail shoe. I've had them a few times before and run like wild dog in them, um, and found they're pretty good. And they were, yeah, really good. I think I knocked over, I wanted to get 1,000 miles done in them. I got that, and then I think yeah, would have got maybe 1,700k out of them. They were wrecked by the end,
That's
but
good. Yeah.
yeah, but unfortunately, I don't think they make them anymore. So I brought these. Mizuno trail running shoes. Yeah, no good. Sorry, Mizuno, but yeah, they were didn't. I mean, they might be good for other people, but I got about 100K in them, and then I was like, I got to get rid of these. So
Yeah.
now on, yeah, I don't know. They're like New Balance V 140 or something or other.
Okay. Yeah.
Um,
And that's what you've got now.
yeah, and I think I'll probably get another pair of them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Oh,
maybe
that's good.
Gold Coast. I reckon they're pretty good. They've got
Okay.
a lot more, like a thicker sole. So
Oh, yeah. More cushioning.
yeah, which I think I got away with it up north because a lot of the road was dirt and gravel. But now that I'm solely on tarmac, I think yeah, I need that extra
Yeah.
extra bit of cushion between me and the road to
Yeah, for sure.
like yeah, somewhat in good shape.
Now, do you welcome people walking or running with you parts of your run?
Yeah, I would. I haven't had anyone actually run with me yet. I think Tammy would have if I had gone to Bundaberg. Um, but yeah, no, I'd definitely be down for it.
Yeah, cool.
If people wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're going to be like between now and the end, you're going to be running through more populated places, aren't you?
Yeah,
So,
I'm I'm thinking yeah, there'd be probably more. Yeah, a lot of where I've been so far has been quite isolated, or you're on roads that no one's going to want to run on. But yeah, I reckon down further south,
yeah.
yeah, there could be people that would come out for a run. I might even, I haven't worked out how I'll do the very bottom yet, but that'd be kind of cool if, yeah, maybe if people wanted to come down, run the last
Yeah,
bit.
awesome.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah, well, hope you're in Brisbane now, right?
yeah, made it to Brisbane today.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, um, so I think Gold Coast is only like 100K, or maybe even less. Like it's not that far to Gold Coast, so I'll probably
Mm.
yeah leave Brisbane tomorrow, get as far out of the city as I can, and then yeah, I think I'll be in Gold Coast on yeah the weekend. I think.
Oh, cool. Now, it'll be
Mm.
awesome if like some people or if someone or runs with you for some of it.
Yeah,
Keeps you company for a while.
that yeah would yeah get me out of my own head.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah, no, that would be yeah. I mean, if anyone's listening and they're in the area and they
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be yeah. I mean, definitely wouldn't say no if people wanted to come out and run with me. That'd be yeah, be pretty cool.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. So what are you going to do with yourself when this is all over, once the mission is done?
Yeah, that thought's gone through my head.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I don't know, don't know. I've had a few ideas, but I
Yeah.
don't reckon I'm gonna. I mean, I'll keep them secret for now. But I'm nothing. I haven't made up my mind or anything. But yeah, I have. I've been asked that question a few times. Like, oh, once you get down to the bottom of Tasmania, what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit there and go, now what? And I was thinking, yeah, I don't know. Like, well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, haven't worked that out yet, but I've had a few. There's been a few thoughts go through my head, sort of thing, what could happen. But
Yeah.
yeah, time will tell.
Yeah, cool. So you did mention that you want to run at Wild Dog again next year. So do you have any other races planned?
Yeah, well, yeah, I definitely can't lock in Wild Dog for next year, but I definitely would like to do that one again. Yeah, definitely want to do a backyard. Yeah, not sure which one. Yeah, obviously would want to do one that will yeah have. I mean, there's all of them go far to be fair. Because yeah, I'd love to try and get that 48 hours and then beyond. Would be pretty cool. So yeah, I did think Melbourne. I mean, it's pretty close to me. Could be an option. There's going to be
Yeah.
some. I've heard you say there's going to be a few people that are going to that one. Are you going to Melbourne?
I'll be there. Hopefully crewing for someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Farms, you've probably met him. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember. I think he was at Shepparton one day, maybe.
yeah, yeah, and Wild Dog as well. But yeah, he's probably going to run. If he does, I'll crew for him, and I'll go down and watch regardless. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm not going to run though. I'm running at Two Rivers, which is a few weeks later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and what about like any other like have you been thinking about one day I want to run from here to there, or like any other big mammoth runs like this one?
There's been a few gone through them. Yeah, well, I was born in the UK. I don't know if who knows that, but so I've always thought I think that's quite a popular one. Run from the top of England, or that might be top of Scotland, maybe, um, to the bottom of England.
Yeah.
I thought that would be quite cool. It's way shorter than what I'm doing now, so you maybe try and do it like as quick as you can, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, again, just a thought going through my head, but that could be quite a cool one. Yeah, even like New Zealand, I reckon could be maybe quite cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, as I'm on the road, there's definitely a lot of ideas going through my mind of where you could run from. Even over in the US, I reckon there'd be quite a few
Oh yeah.
um, to have a crack at. But yeah, nothing confirmed at this point.
Yeah, well, the world is your oyster.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. True.
So, how do people need to follow you on Instagram and Strava? So it's Wizard of Run on Instagram, is it?
That's the one. Yeah, and I think it's the same on Strava as well. I think.
Wizard of Run.
Yeah, all one word, all lowercase.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
yeah, and then I do have. If you don't have Instagram, I do have YouTube, but I'm hopeless at. I've been trying to put all the Instagram videos onto YouTube as well, but trying to find the time and
Yeah.
I'm getting. But
You can do that when it's over.
true, yeah, put them all on there.
Yeah. Like and
Make
maybe do
one,
some hey?
make one big long one out of all of them.
Yeah, yeah, you could do like you could re-edit it and make a little movie.
Yeah, I actually before I
Okay.
started, I thought it'd be kind of cool to make a big video at the end maybe if I I've got that much footage. It's hard condensing it all down into like a minute 30 or whatever.
Yeah.
But, um,
Awesome. Um, so Merlin, I need to ask you, what are your three backyard ultra tips?
oh yes, yeah, yep, yep. I've got them written down in front of me. Um, yeah, well, I was gonna say this one, but I think Dan Kamak said it a couple of weeks back about the watch not having
Oh yeah,
like fancy stuff going on
yeah,
because that's what I've done at most of mine. Just had the time. Like I do. No, I don't. Yeah, I haven't even really recorded them, but yeah, I find that's quite good. But um, yeah, so the first one was like, don't stress about coming in with like 5 minutes to go, kind of thing. I know. I feel like I hear a lot of people on this podcast say that they come in like with 5 minutes or whatever, and they think their race is over, maybe. But I know from my experience, you can come in with 5 minutes, and I mean, you see a lot of people that are like really, really good come in with 5 minutes to spare, and they just keep going for days on end, sort of things. So, yeah, I find even if you come in with a couple of minutes left, yeah, don't stress about it too much. Just
yeah,
do what you got to
yeah.
get back.
You learned that one at your first one.
Yeah, not worry about it too much. So I had that, and then number two probably. I don't know if it's really a tip, but I've thought for anyone that wants to do a backyard ultra and they don't have maybe a crew or like a really fancy setup, I'd say just do it anyway because I know at my first one I had no crew. I was just in like one of the communal gazebos. I think I had a table, basic food, a chair, and yeah, I was still able to. Obviously, if I had a crew, probably would have been able to go further. But don't let that be like the thing that stops you from doing it, kind of thing. I reckon because you can
Yeah,
go pretty far without if you haven't. And I find also most people at the event, or the amount of people that help me out at that one and at Shepparton, I remember very clearly Joel. I can't remember his full name. What you say his nickname, but
rock
Shepparton.
and rock
He
and
cooked.
rock and roll Joel Sex Bomb Sexton.
That's the one. Yeah, yeah. He yeah he cooked me up like a couple of things of noodles at
Oh
Shepparton. Got me out of trouble. Yeah, so that's I don't know if that's really a tip, but
no, but that's a really good one, especially I like it also from another point of view, like don't worry about thinking you're gonna be like drop early
yeah,
because it doesn't matter. Like as long as you have a good time and you're happy with how far you go. I mean, don't be intimidated and
mm,
don't feel like you've got to do 24 plus to belong in the backyard ultra because it really is a race for anyone.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, like someone running 1 yard could be the equivalent of someone running 100 or something, I suppose. So yeah. I reckon if you're thinking of doing one, I'd just sign up and do one because who knows, you might surprise yourself. I definitely did. Had
Yeah,
no idea I was going to be able to do 200K in my first one, and that completely changed the way I looked at what was possible, kind of thing.
yeah,
And yeah, here we are today.
yeah. Awesome. Um, have you given me three tips or
Well,
two?
sort of, where if you counted the watch one, then I have, but I've got
Oh,
another one.
okay. Yeah, yeah,
I think my last one was if you wanted one. Like if you're gonna set a goal, I reckon set one massive. Set
yeah,
one. And even if you don't get to it, oftentimes I reckon when you set a big goal and you fall short, you've maybe got further than your smaller goal would have been anyway.
yeah,
Like I suppose it depends. Some people need smaller goals to motivate them to get to the big goal, but um, yeah, I've found set your goal way beyond what you think you can do, and then who knows, you might surprise yourself and do what just surprise yourself kind of thing.
yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the plan for tomorrow? You back on the road tomorrow?
Yeah, back on the road. I don't reckon I'll be rolling out too early, but I need to have a look at the map. But I think head towards Gold Coast. I won't get to Gold Coast, but
Yeah,
get as close as I can, and then um, run through the Gold Coast, and then I think it'll be New South Wales, not too far away as well, which would be kind of cool to tick off Queensland.
yeah. And go into a new state.
Yeah, new state, bit
Mm.
smaller one this time.
Mm.
Queensland bloody huge.
Awesome. Well, thanks heaps for coming on, man. It's been heaps of fun. I love following your content. Keep it up, man. Keep it up.
Cheers, Pato. Yeah, thanks for inviting me on. Yeah,
Oh, no problem. No problem. We'll stay in touch. I'll keep going good.
yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, will do. Thank you.